we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about everything before we get
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Today we are going to review the Real Blac Chyna. This one is titled Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. So we started where we left off last week with Tokyo Toni and Treasure going at each other's neck. Basically, Treasure really didn't want to argue with Tokyo. She wanted to try to make amends with her for the sake of Angela, which is Blac Chyna. She did not want any problems. She just wanted Tokyo to, for them to be able to coexist for the betterment of Chyna, because she knows how it's affecting her. But Tokyo, she really doesn't like her. She feels like this is one of the people in Hollywood that's using Blac Chyna. So she's like, look, I don't got time for you. I don't got time for anything that y'all got going on. I know that I don't trust y'all. I know it's somebody amongst the group that's doing some detriment to my daughter. And I'm going to find out who it is. And I'm going to handle that person or that woman or that man or whatever. So she was just mad and going off. Y'all feel like Tokyo be having a lot of people in her brain that's telling her different stuff, because the way she be talking be on some mob stuff. Like, hold on, wait, the girl just trying to, she's a friend to your daughter. She said that when they were stripping, that Chyna came up to her and befriended her, and ever since then they've been cool. She says she doesn't want Chyna for what she has, that Chyna is just a really good friend to her. But the way Tokyo sees it, no, there's some mess going on. Somebody is manipulating her child, and she's trying to get to the bottom of it. Long story short, they ended up apologizing to each other. Tokyo says, you know what, I love your children. And then Treasure said, well, you should love me because I birthed them. They hugged it out and they agreed to just be able to coexist. We'll see how long that lasts. So we go over to Chyna's guest house, and she's basically getting everything together so that way she can ship out orders and stuff like that. She's thinking about doing a 50% off sale. So she got Ashton there looking like a ninja baby. And Treasure comes up and they start talking about what transpired when they went and met at the park. So it got a little heated, but we were able to, work it out. I would love for you and your mom to do the same. So Chyna says in confessionals, I knew that they were not going to get anywhere. And I'm like, no, Chyna, you actually wanted them to go meet with your mom. It was your idea. Treasure was a little hesitant. Ashton was, all for it. And you wanted them to do that so that way you and your mom can have a better relationship. That's what I can recall. So Chyna goes over to her business, Lashed. And this has been shut down for a few months because she's currently working on a remodel. Her, Ashton, another man, I guess he's going to be working in the shop. I'm not sure. But anyway, they're just walking through the shop and she's just, giving us her vision or whatever. So kudos to you. She leaves early because she says that she needs to go get ready for the dinner. So Tokyo goes over to meet with Benji. Now, this is supposed to be the family friend, somebody that her and Chyna confides in. And she says this is the only one in Hollywood that she can trust. So she goes over, she sits down, she has the conversation. Now, I have to say, what in the hell did Benji have on? It looked like a potato sack with legs. I was like, why is this? Because when he was sitting down, you could only see it was like a halter top kind of. But it was long, so I was like, okay, maybe he has a towel on. But I was like, why would he be sitting on television with a towel around himself? Because I was like, okay, maybe he didn't have his shirt on, so he just threw a towel on. But when he stood up, the dude had the nerve to have some boots on with this potato sack with legs. I was like, come on now. Come on, Benji. But anyway, he talked to Tokyo. What's going on between you and Chyna? What had happened when y'all were over there at her house? She told me a little bit about it, but not much. And so Tokyo tells her side. He kind of... he was more of a listening ear, not so much of you were wrong or you were right, just kind of a person to just sit there, hear her out. It almost appeared to be a therapy session to me, okay? But that's Benji. We were introduced to him. He's supposed to be a really good friend. So let's go over to this dinner. Now, there are so many things that I did not care for when it comes to this dinner with her mama, because I feel like Tokyo didn't have a chance when it came to this dinner. I feel like Blac Chyna is putting on for this TV show to make it appear that she really wants to make it work with her mother, but there's so much damage there. You know, it was like Chyna was sitting there, but there was this thick wall up to where she couldn't hear anything that her mother was saying. As far as her really being, you know, emotionally invested in this conversation, really trying to seek a, you know, a positive outcome, really trying to mend this relationship with her mother, it wasn't happening. I feel like Tokyo did not have a chance. If it wasn't for the fact that they would copyright my videos, I would put clips in here because it was just completely unfair. Because Tokyo poured her little heart out to Chyna and it wasn't penetrating nothing. So Tokyo gestures to give Chyna a hug, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and show the clip here. Her facial expression was like, ew, no, bitch, why you touching me? You're a peasant, you're dirty, I don't want you touching me. That's how her facial expression was to me. Comment down below, let me know if you think the same. That type of hug she gave her was a hug that she'd give to a fan that maybe look a little dingy, but you're going to hug her because you don't want to seem stuck up. So you're going to do that. You're going to seem like, oh. And then when you give them a hug, you don't have that stank face on. That's what she gave her mama. I ain't appreciate that. Tokyo starts pouring her heart out. She starts crying. She says, you know, whatever I did, whatever it is that you think I did, I apologize for it. You know, I'm only trying to be a mother. I was only trying to protect you. When it comes to, you know, this whole business stuff, I'm not used to this business stuff. I don't know how to act. Basically, she's telling her, look, I don't know the proper way to act. I'm from the hood. You know, they ain't teach me that type of stuff. The stuff you're doing, I'm not used to. And in so many words, you haven't even tried to tell me how you want me to act. You're only telling me the things we're doing wrong. Have you ever said, well, mom, you don't approach it like this, but you do it like this? You ain't teaching me nothing. And then some person down below is going to say, well, she's a grown woman and her daughter shouldn't have to teach her. No, when it comes to different type of situations and when you're living different lifestyles, it is completely okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nobody that convinced me otherwise. Maybe 10 minutes of her basically repeating herself, but constantly saying, you know, I love you. I want to be in your life. I want to act right. I don't want to make you mad. You know, there's so many people that's in your crew that say that you're really hard on them or you're really mean to them. And then Chyna's like, no, I'm not. But I'm their boss. And she's like, well, you don't have to treat them like that. You could tell Tokyo was like tiptoeing on the words that she was saying because she knew anything could set Chyna off. And so they wanted to keep it cute because they was at this dinner that I thought from last episode, I was like, this is not a good idea. Y'all can't get it together at home. What the hell make y'all think y'all gonna get it together in a public place? We're here, okay? I'm proud of Tony. She kept it together for the most part, okay? So then she's telling her daughter, yeah, you know, you can't treat your people like that work for you. You know, you have to give back. You have to do things and stuff like that. And you have to watch the people that's around you. I don't like those people that's around you. I don't like when people, you know, talk about my baby. And she says, oh, well, you know, those people that don't like the way that I operate, they don't have to work for me. I'm their boss, but they don't have to work for me. Let them work for you. And she's like, well, I don't have money like you have money. So, no, they can't work for me. And I'm like, really, Chyna? You know good and well your mama don't have money like that. So, y'all, I'm just so disappointed with Chyna. So then her mom goes in to talk about social media, and she's like, you know, when people start talking about my baby, I just get into defense mode. I'm in mama mode, and I just go off on everybody. You know, I'm not a business person. I don't know how I should operate. I don't know the proper way to do that, but I just know what I know and what I know from the streets. So when somebody says something about my daughter, I'm going to respond. Now, this whole time, Chyna had been sitting there, right? Her mama's crying. Her mama's showing all this emotion, grabbing her hands, you know, trying to feel or get her daughter to feel where she's coming from. Chyna hasn't really, you know, a few facial expressions here and there, but for the most part, she's been quiet. Right? The whole time. But when we start talking about how she's treating people, she got a little defensive. She spoke. Then when we start talking about social media, oh, that's when everything went left, honey. She said, no, you don't have to get on social media and say the things you say. You don't have to respond to them. I don't even see it. Chyna, you know good and well. I hate when people say I don't see it. Yes, you do see it. You are a public figure. You have so many people tagging you and stuff. You are on social media because this is where you make your money. So I know that you see the things that people are saying. And so your mother is saying, I came onto social media because of the way that they were treating her daughter, and she was trying to defend her. But then when you start shining me and you start making it seem like, oh, well then, you know, the way that you raised me and you wasn't there for me and I don't like her and all this other stuff. So when you start making it seem like you don't care about her and she's trying to publicly defend you, now she jumps into, well, I don't give a F mode. Why did it take social media, the social media topic, for you to respond, Chyna? This whole time your mama crying, you like, I don't know, you know, I put in confessionals. I don't know, I put a defense, you know, I put a wall up when it comes to her because sometimes she's this way, sometimes she's that way. But you know what? She's never cried. So maybe she is starting to, you know, peel back a new layer that I haven't seen because I haven't seen her cry like this. So you know this is different for your mother, but you still sat there quiet, not really, you know, showing her, not embracing her, not showing that you understand where she's coming from, not trying to move past where you guys are now when we see clearly that she's working past it. No, you sit there, you have no response, and you act like your shit don't stink. Chyna says, you told the world that I was a statutory rape baby. And she's like, no, I didn't. The social media loves to take stuff, chop it, twist it, chop it. No, Tony, nobody chopped, twisted, and did anything. You said it, and they reposted it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what she said, and I'll be right back.
Anytime somebody throw their mother under the bus when their mother protected and fed them and did all this shit even when they wrong, stop, drop, and roll at the drop of a dime, ready to go to war. Oh yeah, you didn't know? Oh, let me break it down. Tiger called some Crips, Bloods, whatever he is on me before. I ain't mad at him. We cool. We got past it in about 2-3 hours. Yeah, he got Trail involved in everything. And I said the same thing I'm saying now. Come through. Because when they made one, they made two. Because she left King with me. Tiger was supposed to get him on a Sunday. It was Saturday. If it was Friday, he going because that's what supposed to go. It's called split it. If King was with me and Tiger gave her, she would have had to wait till because I'm fair like that. You violated. I'm a DC Southeast bitch. And you said I'm not your mother? Bet. AKA Blac Chyna. The name I gave you was Angela Renee. The disrespect that you have been giving me for the past quite a few years, I've tolerated it because I'm your mama, you're the only child. But you better keep in mind I'm a bad You know exactly who you That's why every chance you get, bitch, you breathe my whole name. See, you wouldn't be with a if it wasn't for me. Oh, birthing you, bitch. That was a mistake. Just happened to come into play. You was a statutory rape baby. But yet you got this man and his whole at your house on yachts and shit last year. But you ain't never get your uncles that was raised with you. My little brothers, that's 3 years older and 6 years older than me. They know we're on the map. You don't call nobody in our family because you lied on me. The truth will be told, sweetheart. You crept in Hollywood on pretenses.
That makes me give Tokyo the side eye because, boo, you did say it. But I think Tokyo be talking so damn fast to where she doesn't realize that you done said something. You just be so, you know, so cutthroat with it, trying to piss somebody off and hurt somebody's feelings that you don't realize the stuff that you're saying, okay? Because you actually did say that she was a statutory rape baby. And you also said that you paid for her school. It's like, no, when it comes to my tuition, I paid for that. And she's like, well, I didn't say that I paid for it. So then I was like, Tokyo, no, you really did say that you paid for her school. You don't want to admit to it, but you literally 2 frames ago said that you paid for her school. So I can see where Chyna gets this whole, you know, you'll say one thing, you're one way, and then you switch it up real fast. I get that. Man, I'm going to blame it on the old age. So they're going at it. Now they're pissed off. Now Tokyo is saying, I don't want nothing to do with it no more. I don't care what goes on in your camp. I don't care who don't like you that work with you. I don't care. And Chyna's like, okay, well, I'm just trying to say, you brought it up. You made it, you brought it to this place here. And I'm just letting you know that nobody has problems. And actually, you don't even be around enough in order to tell me who has a problem with me because you're not around. So how can you sit here and say that these people don't like working for me? Okay, I don't care. So now everybody's pissed. Now Tokyo's ready to leave. Now Chyna is ready to leave. I already told y'all, I don't know the solution to this problem. I think ultimately, though, they should go seek a counselor, a therapist, somebody who is skilled, somebody who has proven results, because they themselves are not able to do it. I don't care. The cameras are not helping them. And you know what's frustrating is that it appears like Chyna has brought her mother there to fix it. But then when you're in a situation to where you're able to fix it, you sit there, you stay quiet. You keep saying, oh, she's never going to change. She's like this. This is how she is. Up here's the old Tony. And it's like, you're just waiting on her to drop the ball. So are you really trying to fix it? Are you really hoping for the best in the situation? Because it seemed like you brought her there to look a dang ass. We all know how Tokyo is by the way that she is on her social medias. But if you're really, truly, genuinely trying to help and fix something or trying to fix something, you would not be doing the things that you're doing. You provoke her as well. She was in her vulnerable state. She was crying. She was just, trying to grab your hand. She was trying to be there for you. And then for you to just sit there and look at her like she got crap on her face. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I have for this episode. Get into the comments. Let me know what you think. And until next time. Bye.
Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.